Show started.
Yeah. All right. I think we lost Brian.
The reveal is already revealed.
Oh my
Reveal.
god. Oh
Uh,
my god.
I can see it now.
There it is. There it is. What's up, Nathan? Um. Alrighty. So we are popping in, and let's take a look at why we're here. So we're gonna take a look at some. Well, let's start off with what we usually set up. Veteran DP here, founder of Veterans Network, with my brothers. Disabled Army veteran, degenerate veteran, a little bit of both in between, like some JPEGs, and we're here to talk some NFTs. Over to you, Rodimus.
What he said.
Oh Lord, he's not DP though.
Right. Everything except that.
Over to you then, Yanasa.
Hey, Giannis 70, aka Brian. Now, disabled Army vet, NFT enthusiast. Thrilled to be.
There it is. Over to you, Gino.
Southern Heat, disabled veteran, NFT loser. That's what I go with.
That part. So let's jump over real quick and take a look at what is going on this side of the house.
It's already revealed.
Well,
It's
I
in the
have to hit the refresh. I ain't hit the refresh yet.
It's in the metadata. I don't know if it's revealed for real though. I went and found it.
Say what?
I went and found it. I didn't wait.
Oh, well, that defeats the purpose. All right, the show's over. Thanks y'all for tuning in.
That was exciting.
So let's talk about Hate Beast real quick. That was kind of a last minute thing that popped up thanks to House Akiba. What are your thoughts on Hate Beast, gentlemen?
Just in general,
Yeah.
I like it. I like the project. I don't have the project. It's not one of mine, but I like it so far. I'm like, me. I look towards the utility of the project in other projects, and HAPE has gotten a lot of access. I've starting to see in a lot of Discord servers, a lot of collab lands will mention HAPE now to kind of give you in. So if you've been holding one, you should have seen a lot of utility since Mint from that. So that was pretty good.
Agreed. What y'all think on your side?
Yeah, I'm like Rodimus. I'm not in the project, but I like how, number one, their art, you can tell, is awesome. It's good art. It's catchy, but I like how they stay engaged, and they're constantly engaging the community. So I like that level of interaction, and just the fact that they're involved. It's going to be fun to watch. I'm waiting to see what you guys get on the reveal here. So,
Well, yeah, to
I've seen,
Ronald's point, that's easy to pull.
I've seen it.
So, yeah, he was not sharing links. He was over there just doing other stuff.
That's right.
So let's go ahead and jump forward. So this is a good point to.
Southern Heat, his thoughts.
Over to Southern Heat. I'm multitasking. Help me, fellas.
I'm trying.
God, just forgot about me.
I was looking for Jay. I was looking for Southern.
But yeah, I liked it ever since I saw the video first. Video of them coming down, walking, the lights, the style of it. I'm into clothing, sneakers, so I see one reveal, but I really like it. And like they was talking about the utility, other people are collabing with them, and that is a lot of utility already being used even before it actually reveals. Just owning Hate gets you access to other things, other NFTs. So I think they're gonna do well. Really do.
Yeah, I agree. So one thing to note, right, is So this is what most people will see when it comes to, like, what you own. You're trying to refresh it. It may take some time. So one of the things that Rodimus brought up is you can actually go ahead and get a little further to that, right? Most people are sitting here refreshing pages, doing all this stuff, and hey, maybe it's, you're able to see it, but it's not refreshed already, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at a few ways to do this, like live. So if I know my number is 3,800, I can literally go right into the contract. I can click on contract. I can read the contract, check the token ID, paste that in there, do a query. Look what I get here, a website. So I take this website, copy it, and let's just go ahead and add a tab here and go there. Some of them, they look a little bit different, but here's some information on the metadata, right? So really what I care to look at is the image, right? So let's just go ahead and copy that image. We'll go ahead and say copy. And that's what we have.
Hates
There it
rule
is.
everything around me.
That is the one right there. That is
Nice.
that is the DP special. That is the Veterans Network HAPE special for the moment speaking.
Yeah, for now.
So yeah, it is. I need me a green hat though. So
Look at
say
Just
what?
needed the cheat
I like it
codes.
though.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I say you just needed the cheat code to get to it.
That's it. Just a cheat code. You know what I'm saying? So that's just one way to be able to find stuff, with other projects. So when it comes to getting ahead and waiting, like literally, I just did that. So you can sit there and refresh things, but there's ways to do it. So again, we literally pulled up things here. People say, come up here, refresh the metadata. But again, it's doing all this stuff while thousands of people are doing the same thing at the same time. Things take time. So you could wait and do that, but you also have the ability, again, to go into details, right? Copy the token ID, hit the contract address, and then from there, you'll be able to come into the actual contract. All I did, again, was click on contract. I scrolled down to where it says token URI, put down that token. That gave me the address. I went to the address, and that is what gave me this detail here. So this is the metadata, the number, the information, etc., etc. I go forward, and then boom, here I have the actual image. So one way to kind of hack and get around. Yeah.
You want to point out that's how a lot of people, when you see these offers of 5 ETH, and you're like, hey, I don't see it revealed. I've
Right.
already saw it by doing this.
Correct.
And that's like, people wonder like how they buying something for this much without knowing what's revealed. This is how.
Mm-hmm. Right, and that's what they'll start, trying to snipe and find things because they can figure out, hey, this is a way to find out what's more rare, what's not rare, and so forth. Let's see. Nathan asked, "Is it?"
Collection? Oh,
I'm sorry.
I was going to ask, is any in the collection revealed yet?
Let's take a look at it.
Yes, one did. I seen one reveal.
And we can check that one to show just, to show the people at home that it works for real. So that one, what's that one above you?
Nathan, yes, they are all random.
When the one that's revealed or not, or this one right here?
Yeah, the one that's revealed. That's what I said,
Yep.
just to show, if you look at
Yep.
the data, it'll show the same one.
Right. So here's the same thing. So we know the number here is 8149. So same thing. Come down here, and really all you're doing is actually just changing this. So at this point now, because we have the details, you can just go 8149.
Yep.
Oh,
And that's literally, at this point now, that's all it is. So we start seeing people sharing everything. They already got the metadata, and they're able to start sharing it around. So those, Ron, is on your side. What are some things you want to share or you could talk about when it comes to the contract? Because a lot of folks don't know that.
I look at the contract for most things. So it really depends on what you're looking for and what process. During Mint, the contract screen is pretty much the only one I stay on. So if you want to bring up, you can bring up this one.
The
Contract, it don't matter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So during Mint, the thing that I focus on is the token tracker. I come to the contract, so you can usually get this from the official links from any Discord. I'm trying to think of the easy ways to get it. If you have the collection or the OpenSea collection, you can get the contract from any any of the detailed sections on the OpenSea collection, or you can try to mint. And once you connect to mint up in the top right, before you push it through, the contract that you are interacting with is also there. So if you're on a bad site, or you think you're on a bad site, before you mint, just copy the contract, come paste it into Etherscan, and see where that leads you, so you can be sure.
Mm-hmm.
Once here, I go to the token tracker, right? Because NFTs, right? These are the tokens that we are watching. So click on the token tracker is always under more info, and
Okay.
it's going to be the name of the project. So in this one, it's HAPE. Just down. It's right there. Yep. Perfect. So by clicking on the token tracking from here, I can monitor the max total supply, and holders, and the last one that's sold. Um, so the minimum price here is not the floor. A lot of people get that confused and they think that's the floor price. That's not the floor price. It's the price of the last one that sold, which could be different, right? Somebody jumps above the floor, or if just a random sale, right, or a hack or anything, that price will show there. The max total supply will show you how many in the project have been minted. This is really good if you're watching for movement, or watching for a good point to get in. Right? Some people say, I don't want to. Hey, Lacy Lace. I don't want to jump into a project unless it's 50% sold, right, or 50% minted for 50% of the white list holders. So I tend to stay here just to kind of track the amount minted, see how fast it's going. A lot of the things I'll check for, and a lot of scams that you'll see, they won't have different token IDs. So as the tokens are being minted, traded, sold, on the right hand side where DP's cruiser is, you'll see the token ID. What you can see in a lot of I'm sorry, all the way to the right too. Yeah, down in the last column
Oh,
on
okay.
that one. Yeah, it's the token ID column. No, at the bottom where you were, right, and then just to the right, all the way to boom right there. So that column there. So what I'm looking for there when minting is that all of those are different. You'll see a lot of scams where they don't really put effort into the contract, and people are buying, and that token count is not increasing, which means everybody's getting the same token, right? So obviously, some signs pointing towards a scam. If you want to know how much gas is costing, okay. Yeah, how much gas is costing, or an estimate, right? Let's see. Click on any of the transaction hashes. Yeah, and so what I come here and look for is I look at the transfer, and then I'll go to the value, right, and see how much the project cost. They only transfer one token. I didn't see if this was a mint when he clicked on it, but I'll check the transfers, the transaction fee, and the gas fees. So when a mint is live, I'll use this information to kind of try to get a good guess on how much it's going to cost me to get into a project, and if the project has volume, and if the token ID is moving. And again, this doesn't work with everything, right? Some projects mint with the proxy contract, and so it doesn't quite show up there, and some projects have other things going on. So, but it's a good place to familiarize yourself with, at least. So,
Yeah.
contract tangent. And that's
So now,
just
so here's a question now.
Solid.
Do you want to show people how to snipe?
um, with what are we using?
Just some simple things that are out there. Again, and by snipe I mean just kind of being ahead of stuff. So let's take it to another step now. So there's different apps out there and things that you
Yeah.
can use. So let's use this app. So Trade Sniper, right? They're revealed, and let's just literally take a look at the collection now. So when before people are still trying to refresh their page, right? So I know what I have. Toronto's is one. We've done all that stuff. Let's go ahead and now move at another pace, right? So let me come in here and look at this is the project, right? They're revealed. I can see the rankings. I can see where they're at and who sold for what. So this guy here, six. Again, if you're someone who's going to hold or wants to snipe, great. If you sold, don't do this, because this person sold this for 6 ETH and it was literally ranked number 1. You're probably gonna want to shoot yourself. Don't don't know, but like certain things you don't want to look at. So here, which is mine? Mine says 38.
Yeah, I think so.
So let's look at what and again they have Rarity Sniper up and everything else, but ooh baby. 8,000, baby. Hold that one time.
I like
That's a good rarity number right
it.
there,
Nice.
if I do say so myself.
Gift it to me.
What? Nah, let's go ahead. Let's go snipe. So now, really what I'm looking at here from the collection, right? I can see what's on sale at the moment. So let's see here. You can do all prices. You can sort them however you want. So now this starts to give you an idea before people realize what they have, because again, this is things that people do.
Let me
So
jump in on that too.
yeah.
If you are a person that is that wants to sell before reveal, I would recommend that you take it down 2 hours before reveal because of this.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why is that the data is uploaded, right? So let's say HAPE said their reveal was at 1. They may have said it was at 1, but they may have, depending on how large the data file is, they could have started that like an hour ago, right? Or 2 hours ago, and they're estimating that it'll take that much time to be complete by like 1, right? If it's done faster or if like network
Mm-hmm.
traffic is slow, the data could be up there a long time before they have reveal. And these websites and tools, all they do is scrape that data.
Correct.
So if you're not paying attention or you think the reveal is at 1, like I said, we thought this reveal was at 1, and when I went to check the data before we came live, it was already live. So
Mm-hmm.
if somebody is monitoring that or monitoring these sites and you have it listed and not paying attention, you could lose one that you had just listed because you weren't paying attention. So
Right.
I would say 2 hours before is a good range if you want to wait to see reveal or to see what you have, especially since if you get that close.
Yep.
All right, that was it.
No, so. Ooh, nah. So what I'm looking for specifically now is, let me go back to the collection, right? So I'm looking for specific things that I would have looked for before. And again, if you're pretty much someone just kind of sitting there doing this, right? We're over here trying to go live and just share with y'all versus go out there and sniping. But if I wanted to find an Obsidian one now because the data's live, this one right here, like. You got rid of this at 7.2, but now somebody knows. See this offers? That offer came because somebody knows. Like, yo, let me hold that, because the person probably didn't, see it revealed. So, that's just one example there. What's the other one? Let me look at the one-on-ones down here. So you got. Actually, let's look at all these one-on-ones.
A 13 even was sold 13 minutes ago with wheat.
Ooh-wee.
13
Man.
wheat. I revealed one. It was nice.
Yeah, we can go
That
look
was
at
sold for 12 wheat.
And this data will update. So some of these may not be as rare. So OpenSea's is behind.
Right.
Some of these other sites that just use the metadata itself, OpenSea is behind updating. So
Correct.
right now it may say that the one with the bandana is the only one with the orange bandana,
Correct.
right? But as the metadata refreshes and updates, those rarity rankings will come in more.
Right.
But when you go to some of those other sites that pull it straight from the data,
Exactly.
they are usually correct if all the data is already uploaded.
Right.
So just something to, if you're watching OpenSea, it may tell you that you have a 1 of 1 now, and then you could look and you could have a 1 of 10,000. You know what I mean? And they're all 1 of 10,000s, but you can have a very one that has the same trait as a lot of other ones out of that 10,000. There we go.
Yeah. No, but these are the things that if you don't know any of these things, then you're kind of screwed, right? Because again, I'm doing the same thing I just showed y'all, but now I'm going to come over here and check on this side. But look what I found. Oh, I found 5 black apes. But you saw 1 on OpenSeas, right? So now I can come in here and try to put an offer on any of these, and if it hasn't revealed yet for you, you're thinking it's a good day. Because what's happening right now? Right now, if we look at the floor, right? The floor is going down because people are dumping. It happens all the time, right? I didn't get a super rare one. I'm dumping at 6. So you jump from 6 to 8, but what you don't know is that you literally may well be dumping something that isn't revealed yet at a certain number, right? So 7808. So let's just see how that looks like. 7808. See, look at that. But somebody put a 40 ETH offer on it because they know. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of those things where, like, something's up. If I get a 40 ETH offer,
Boy.
but now hold up. Let's give you some perspective, right? If I get a 40 ETH offer, I'm holding what I got. If Rodimus gets a 40 ETH offer, the question is, how fast do you get to accept before you break a finger?
Bro. Hey, 40 E. Hey, before they press enter, it'd have been in their wallet.
Be like, this is the fastest transaction on the blockchain we've ever seen.
I'll walk my ledger to them for 40 E.
Look at this one. But again, but I want y'all to see this because look at these offers, right? Someone put a 35 offer on this one. So again, they don't see the reason, but someone might say, okay, sure. Again, what's it worth to you? There's no right or wrong answer here. But if you don't know what people are doing, right? Again, Ron is, he's over here low crying like, yo, put it right here. I'm good. Hey. I'll pay the gas for you.
Hey, if I had one that somebody offered me 40 on, the first thing I'm gonna do is let Veteran DP get it for 39. Hey, it's gone to my man's for 40. After that, hey, show him what was the mint for this? What was mint? I forgot.
0.2, baby.
0.2. Can we show a difference in US dollars for some of our new people?
Yes, we can.
What it is and what the offer is.
All right, so let's put in perspective because again, this is the part that's needed to be able to understand the space that we're in. So I'm saying I paid $5.89. Again, it fluctuates, but let's just say $5.89. And what would you say you're gonna let it go for when you get that offer?
What am I gonna let it go?
Right, you said that offer was what? So I paid $5.85, and someone just happened to mint one of those. That's $117,000 right there potentially for somebody.
I would walk it to their house.
Because we said no. That one offer that came in the week. What was it, Gina?
40.
Was it 40 or 30?
40.
40. Yeah. No, the other one had 30. That's what it was.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah, this one got 35. So this person minted for 0.2 and got an offer for 35.
Me. Who in the comments? Nathan. Me and Nathan are going to sell. Right away, immediately.
Let me bring up some comments here. Thank y'all for joining. Like I said, we're just hanging out, having some conversation. Nathan says here to learn. All the good. What's that?
I'm here to sell.
Hey Nathan, man, shout out to you, brother. Disabled Army vet, man. Appreciate you for being here with us and spending some time. So. More brothers coming to us from the veteran space, also a fellow artist as well.
There you go.
Let's see. The floor price is going crazy. Nice one on snagging one, but man, look.
Hey, look, I'm selling at 40. Bro, I don't care who made it for 40 E. Y'all could go back and be like, yo, we found Leonardo da Vinci's first NFT, and we're gonna gift it to you. And I'm like, oh, that's
so.
Cool.
But now I want Rod to say something about this because I'm gonna say something and then I'm gonna have him say something and then we're gonna talk about this because there's a lot behind this question. Yep. Is it always random?
Ask Southern Heat.
Yeah, but I'm saying in theory, I will say it is supposed to be randomized. The way things are created, all that is great, right?
So the way
hold on. I'm just saying. I'm framing it first.
Oh, okay.
Is it randomized? The answer is yes, right? Yes. Rodimus, you are a developer. You are an engineer. I need you to create all these DP NFTs. You've created it. You've traded it up. It's all randomized. And now it's stored on this place. It's all randomized. However, what happens after the randomization, that is the part of contention here. Because we have instances where things can get leaked and people know things. It's like, yo, wait a second. You all know now why I'm going to put that 40 ETH offer on that Obsidian. But how did you know that immediately after mint, when at that point, no one should know that information, right? So that's kind of the frame point there. And then we'll give some thoughts. So, Southern Heat, I'm going to kick it over to you.
It's supposed to be random? Yes. I'm not gonna call any names out, no projects names out, but
hold on. Look at Rodham's face. Look.
We've seen and heard stories about.
Hey, oh my God!
But hey, it's supposed to be random. I haven't got anything rare. I just say that much. I just leave it at that.
So
I'm sorry, I gotta read this one. My man said, "Good Lord, fuck my life." I'm selling it 40 ETH no matter the art. Forget what you heard. Regavet said, "Look, let me put it in perspective." And we talked about this last night, and I want to say it again. This whole paper handing crap is bullshit. Period. If you paid $500 for something and you live somewhere where that damn near is a month paycheck, and I'm telling you right now, you could sell this thing for 117. What's that saying? Better a bird in the hand than foot in the bush. Come on now, man. Let's just call it what it is. Could this go up to
But
be $1 million thing? Sure.
sure thing.
Could it go? But let me tell you what. Now I got that light bill's coming. That kid needs to be fed. I need to go ahead and take care of some business. The car transmission broke down. Life happens. You turned over in a matter of weeks $500 to 100 grand. So this whole concept of like, oh no, you are a student, you're in college and you're 100 grand in debt, and you sitting on a JPEG that could wipe out your student loans. Come on, man. Like, let's be real about stuff.
you remember that time that guy had that offer. It was like $1 million, I believe. Mecca,
Yeah,
was it? And he turned it down.
he
And
did.
what happened?
The floor
That
did not
offer never
recover.
came back again.
No, don't you talk about that floor over at Mecca.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Profit is
that guy.
profit. Take profit. End of the day, if because this thing could go down tomorrow, and we've seen where something leak about a project or a person as a developer, and
That
before
was
you know
Mecca's.
it,
Mecca's
boom.
issue. The issue that brought down Mecca is that there were questions on whether the raffle and the projects were random. And going into what we were talking about, and again, not to
Not
the
funny no more as they should have known,
not to
but
Yeah, we're
fuck the
not putting
project.
them.
Like I
We're just
like Mecca. Like we were, man. If
I
you
hold a
guys would
Mecca.
have saw us, yeah, DPO. If you have saw us doing that thing, the raffles, and how angry we were that he won, um, um, that project took off. But a lot of and there were some groups that were flooding that project. And again, I don't know if there was a contract leak or if the raffle wasn't random, but it's those type of things that can tank any project in this space. Any project could be worth a lot of money. One of the ones, what was it? And I think Southern Heat really liked this project, and every time he says it, I remember it. But it was what Jungle Freaks, I think. Was it Jungle? One of the project, whichever
oh,
project.
yeah, Jungle Freaks.
I think the
Uh,
artist was like a former hustler artist, and the project had went way up, but then it came out like he might have had some art that could be seen as racist. And again, I can't remember, so I don't want to say definitives. And that tanked that project. People started burning the tokens, which means getting rid of them so they can't be resold again. Because if a project, a lot of people forget, like, hey, I hate the project, go away. But if it's still bought and sold, people are still making a commission, right? The people are still getting paid behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
So for that project, I think they burnt the tokens so that they could not be sold anymore, just to make sure. So take your profits when you can. If you believe in the project, ride it to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
If you can take profits and get back into a project, that's the best, right? If you have a one of one and you want to sell it for 40 ETH or something rare, and then you can buy back in at a six for a project that you like, that makes sense. But if you got bills to pay your bills, and they
Mm-hmm.
can call you whatever they want to call you, but they won't say you hungry. So
That part.
I would
That
always
part.
say, especially that, take profits. You really like the project, buy on the floor. Buy something you like lower, and that way you're up. You're still in the project, and you're just sitting back chilling. Hey,
right.
I'm doing good. You ain't got no
But Dirk,
worries.
yeah, but Dirk says, can you pull that comment up? That last one that was made. He says it's life changing money, right? People are sick. People are not. That's the problem. There are broke people sitting on apes.
Thank you.
People that cannot eat tomorrow
Thank
are
you.
struggling sitting on an ape because they want more.
Right.
And
Right.
it's a lot of people. It's the opposite in this space. The celebrities that buy stuff don't care, right? If and again, this is one thing that DP says always, right? Eminem, Justin Bieber, they buy an ape, they buy whatever. It doesn't matter if it goes up in value, right? They're not going to cash out that ape right now. They can let it go to the moon or it can go to zero. They don't care. But if you minted an ape and you sitting on it because you want it to go to 2 million and you trying to, it's people like that. It's a lot of people in a lot of these spaces sitting on great NFTs because they want more.
Mm-hmm.
And it's some outside of wanting more, it's some people that just really believe in the project
Right.
and believe like I'll never sell. And again, that's not my mentality, so I can't understand that. I find it to
But
be
let's call a spade though, right? But to Rod's point, here's the reality, right? Like the four of us, you see us cruising Discords, and we roll and we do what we do, but we do this for real. I mean, like we collect, we do different things, and we have businesses. That being said and done, if I have an idea for a project, yeah, my brothers could believe in me and we could do things and all that stuff. But let's be realistic here. Like it's called exit points. I've started businesses and I've exited businesses. Rod has started businesses, he's exited businesses. It's part of the process. So this concept here, like when you start hearing some of these, ignorant and infant statements, it's like you've never held money in your life. Because the way you're talking right now shows me why. You over here eating. I saw one post. One guy was like, I'm over here eating ramen noodles in a 1 bedroom, but I'll never sell this ape, the OG apes. And I'm like, you bugging. You bugging. Talk about if you offer me $5 million, I wouldn't sell it. I said, hey, if you starving and dying and you won't take food and water, I don't know what to tell you. That is a whole different level of mental health conditions. Because again, at what point is enough enough? At what point do you realize, like Rod said, this can all go to nothing? And now, don't get me wrong, and this is the reality, and this is, we talk about it, but if this HAPE goes to nothing, here is the reality. And the fact is, I like the project. I'm not married to it, but I make no qualms that the money for this HAPE, I needed to do anything. What I need to take care of is taken care of. This is funny money, right? This is play money. And as far as I'm concerned, we're testing things, we're trying things. If I choose to cash out, great. If I choose not to, great. However, if it goes to the moon, oh man, that's a good hole, DP. That was nice. But like, let's go back to Mecca. I got 2 of them. And they went all the way up, and they came all the way down. And I'm going to tell you the truth. God's honest truth. Not one time did I feel like, oh, God. I paid 0.2. I'm still up. I minted at 0.2 for 2 megas, and they're up to 1 ETH. I'm still up 5x. Oh, but you could have been up to 50. Like, there's a lot of different things. Like right now, we didn't have to do this live. I could have been out here sniping and moving and picking up stuff and flipping and playing that game. But rather, we're showing y'all how to do something. We could have had the camera off and just been like, everybody man your station. What you got over there? Oh, you got an obsidian? Snipey. Before anybody even figured out what it was. But no, but it's more than that, So to Rod's point, like they have some people, there's that. But there's another one too. Here's another one. I always say this, and it sounds like a broken record, but I've been in crypto since 2017. I've been a part of class action lawsuits in cryptos that have been shut down. And the only reason I'm today able to collect on a lawsuit of a crypto 5 years ago is because I have access to those tokens from 5 years ago. You want to talk about paper, about diamond hands? Bitch, this is adamantium, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? The hell? Wolverine statement.
I got it.
Like when you talk about, like me and Jay talk about, like when it's all said and done, you've been holding an NFT for a week. Talk about, oh, your diamond, your paper. I've held stuff for 5 years. But the reason I held it is because I secured it and I can hold it. I'm saying this to say there's some people right now who hold some high value NFTs who lost access to that NFT. Someone today owns an ape valued very highly, and they upgraded their phone. And they went from one MetaMask to another MetaMask and didn't have their seed phrase. Oh. And guess what? Gone. That, look at that. But hey, Rod, look at that. Yo, Abe looking good, baby. I saw that $2 million offer. Oh, I'm never gonna sell. You can't sell because you can't move it. You lost the keys.
Man, that hurts. That hurts worse than losing out on potential profits.
Just seeing it go up, like.
Oh man, I got a friend that can't get his. He has Bitcoin, Ethereum. He
Stop
has
it.
All.
Stop
and
it.
He changed phones, and he bought this. I want to say 2015. He can't get.
I'm gonna go dig through the garbage can for that old laptop. Stop it.
Boy, hey. Speaking of which, couple things. One, never give your seed phrase to anyone.
Say it again.
Everybody, never give your seed phrase to anyone.
Never.
Oh my God, never. Please don't ever, ever. And then two,
For emphasis.
for emphasis. Hey, two, write your seed phrase down in a physical location. Do not save a copy of it on your phone. Don't save it on another computer. Put it, write it on paper and put it in a filing cabinet. Put it in a safe. Put it
I
in an
would,
envelope.
like one guy said, put it in places that you put secure
That,
stuff that you
hey,
know,
let me
like
see it. Zoom in on it.
insurance
Hey, zoom in
or
real quick.
You want
Zoom
to see
in
it?
real quick. Yeah, let me see it. Let me,
Hold
yeah, let's see
on.
it.
I can trust you, right?
safety deposit box.
Oh,
Oh,
Your
my
no.
bad. That's
gun,
just the instructions,
gun
Playboy.
shop, safe.
But no, but think about it. This. It's funny to us to talk about, but it's because the fact is, it's happened. Now let's talk. Let's think about this, right? You got now older folks coming in, and that's why we do. That's why we do a lot of stuff on the veteran side. You got vets. You got older folks who are seeing this new thing and they want to move into stuff. Unbeknownst to them, hey, Jim, I'll help you. Look, send me the seed phrase. So I'll go ahead and do a stuff. Hey, DP, I seen your videos, and you guys know what you're talking about. Yeah, send me that seed phrase. I'll go ahead and move it for you. It happens. Perceived comfort, like, dude, you don't know me from a hole in the wall, and you're trying to act like you really have my best interest. Like, stop it, man. Get yourself a hard wallet, and then have a backup to the hard wallet. I got two hard wallets. If I lose one, I got another one, and then I got the paper one, and then I got to save somewhere else. Because, like I just said, this ain't a few days of this stuff. And granted, having a hot wallet to a cold wallet, that's a whole different conversation. But you really need to be careful because today we're looking at this. Fast forward, what happens when now these HAPEs are on some Bored Ape stuff? Like now they're 100 because Bored Apes is 500 ETH floor.
What you put out there, Nathan? Oh,
Let me put up some comments here. So
nah.
Nathan said, "Shit."
I got
How do you
15.
read? How would you pronounce that? Shit.
Cheers.
Damn, they have a stroke saying, "You got two kids to put through college." It's true. It is a status symbol. And guess what? I know a lot of freaking homeless folks on the corner who, had a whole bunch of status symbols. Um, Dirk said, I meant this in reference to your comment about people calling their holders paper hands. They kind of degrade these people to get them to hodl along or driving the floor. Right, but it's also subjective. Because I bought Mecca at point 0.2, right? But Rod bought it at 5 ETHs.
No,
Mecca came down to 1. So now he's like, oh, paper hand, paper hand, paper hand. No, because you under.
yeah, that's it.
Right? So people talking all that mess is because they want to secure their bags. They don't care about you.
And the real paper hands have already got out the project. Like the people that's there to make money and just like the constant safe money have already bought in and sold.
That
So the
part.
people they call them paper holders just new people that's trying to figure out what to do in a space. And like you said, they're trying to bully you to hold. But any project that has to bully its holders to a price is probably not worth the project anyway, which will make more people get out of the project. And again, you get caught in these cycles. And one thing that you have to be very aware of is to watch the life cycle of a project. There are certain numbers that a project will fail at. It is certain walls that either have kind of always been there, like that zero point 0.9 to zero point 0.1 wall is pretty strong, like to get something to be zero point 0.1, and then it'll go for a little bit and hit again at like 0.25. But regardless, and even some other projects, they just have like a historical fault place. Like uh, one of our favorite projects can't seem to make it past, what is it, point 0.4? Like whenever it gets to about the zero point 0.4 wall for this particular project, anybody that's bought in at that point or got there or is ready to get out just dumps it at that price. So if you got in above that and are waiting for it to get in, you may never see that. And that's something you have to kind of watch those trends and you'll notice them. But
Right,
once,
and it's crazy. A lot of people in there still that mindset that hey, we're going to the moon because people delisted. But at the same time, people are waiting on the price. And when he say that wall, say everybody's waiting on 1 ETH. When it hit that point 0.9, if you want to make your profit, that is the time to take your profit because it's guaranteed most of the time it's gonna hit that wall 0.95, whatever. Everybody's gonna load, try to throw it at 1 ETH to sell, and it's not gonna make it. It might look like 10 there, and then before you know it, it's 300 listed at 1 ETH. Now, then people start dumping, trying to get off of it real quick, and they'll bring the price down. But at the end of the day, profit is profit. And like he was saying about You have the discourse. I hate the discourse. I understand it now. We didn't at first, but delist, yelling delist, win, all that. If a project, the mods are keep saying delist, delist, there, I don't like that when mods are saying delist, delist. Let people take profits. You have to have sales and value to move upwards, regardless.
To
So
show
if you
value.
don't have anyone buying, how are you selling? So you need people to sell. End of the day, you still need people to sell.
Well, and
Hmm.
the question is why are they asking you to hold, right? Are they asking you to hold to protect the price? Or are they asking you to hold to support the utility that they're trying to implement in the project? So if you have a membership type NFT, like we know somebody who's got some membership NFTs that might feed the bellies, hey, then there's a reason. There's a good reason to hold on to it. Other NFT projects, because you're holding on to it, they keep adding on to it in subsequent airdrops or access to mint, whitelists automatically. So yeah, what's the purpose behind that? And that's part of what you got to break down.
My man Nathan said, "I'm been to the school of the survival school. I'm gonna take my water and shelter and circle on back." Back to you, Rod.
Boy, that's it. Boy, take that profit. No, and that was it. Like you said, there are more things in this space tend to be shifting towards utilities for future projects as an add-on for the current project. And what I
Hmm.
mean is you're starting to see a lot more projects look for collabs and whitelists to offer its holders, right? Which makes sense, right? And again, some of these projects, right, an ape will get you through almost any door, right? It's a master key. It is what it is, right? A board ape. Let me rephrase that. A board ape will get you through almost any
20
door,
apes
right?
drop a week.
Huh?
I say like 20 apes drop a week. So yeah,
Boy,
you got to
boy,
save it. Hey,
boy, they'll get you. They'll get you in. So with that, right, holding that one now becomes where it makes more sense to hold that one over selling, because even with the floor being incredibly high, you could almost get any whitelist in any project, right? Every project won't do it, but many like to see the apes there, and there are other projects that have very good utility like that. But you're starting to see even a lot of these. I don't want to say lesser projects or newer projects starting to do the same thing. Like I got one. What is it? Disto apes. I like the apes, and I'm in the apes, and but the apes do whitelists, they do alphas, they do all the other stuff, right? It's not just about the roadmaps that say, yo, I'm gonna give out merch, make a donation to charity, and phase two, we're gonna print out some more, right? It's what can you do for me now? People are coming to learn, people are getting, they're hiring, right? At all of these servers, they're hiring guys to watch signals, right? To teach you how to trade, to teach you how to do it. So if there's stuff in the project that's helpful for you or has utility for future projects, look at it, right? If there's projects that you like and they're not offering that stuff, ask them to. A lot of these projects will. But again, a lot of these projects are scams. And you know what I mean? It's
right.
just point like it's the law of averages. There are about 10 projects a day, and probably 80% is a scam, even if it didn't mean to be or if it didn't start out to be.
Hmm.
That happens. So do your own research. People don't tell you what that means. Look into the project, check the roadmap, check to see if it's something you want. There are lots of tools that you can run the contract to. Make sure it's a verified contract on OpenSea, right? Make sure it's been checked out. Just stuff like that is what you have to do. Um,
Hmm.
to do it, and it's experience, man. I couldn't have had this conversation with you 6 months ago. 6 months ago, I didn't care at all about crypto. DP has
None
been
of
trying
us.
to talk to me, bro. DP has been trying to talk to me about crypto for the last year and a half, and I promise you, we have a channel that we talk in, and for the first year, anytime they mention crypto, I just left the channel. Like, oh, okay, I'll come back when you guys are talking regular stuff. It's experience, man. You
Hmm.
this space you just learn so fast because it's always happening. There's always a new Discord. There's a new drop. There's new features. You learn fast. So just get some experience. Think about trading stuff like, hey, I would have bought that one, and then see if it goes up and down in a week, and be like, oh,
Hmm.
okay, well, it worked or it didn't, and then figure out why. So just a lot there. I took over. I'm sorry.
No, 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 no. But that's a good point though, because there are people out there. who might be either intimidated or whatever. But the fact is, there are gains to be made. There's profits to be made. It is what it is. Sadly, we're just showing you that someone in the span of a few days ago was able to purchase something and literally, 10, 20, 30x their money just on the strength of getting into the right thing under the right guys. To Yanas's point, I hold a House of Kiba membership. And every month they're dropping us stuff. And in January, they just came out of the woodwork and said, hey, we got whitelist for y'all on HAPE. And I was like, wait, what? You know what I mean? Like, there are projects that do real things. Like when you look at Gutter, right? Gang. Shout out to the Gutter gang.
Shout out to the gang.
Hold on.
We just got whitelist on another project.
Let me hit him with the dad hat.
Oh, wow, y'all got gang hats. Where's my hat? I'll make my own gang hat. Watch this.
Oh no. So but so House of Kiba is behind some of the stuff they're doing. A lot of these realisms, the imagery they have, that came from Ape Demption, that came from House of Kiba, that whole technology. So that was part of the reason they were able to put us in a good place. If you've seen some of the stuff that Guttercat's been teasing out for their metaverse, 3D, species and all that stuff, that's House of Kiba, right? So identifying projects that are actually doing things behind the scenes, that goes a long way, right? So for me, right, when I say, for example, I would never sell the House of Kiba membership, it's because it's a membership that continues to give me things, which in this space now pays for itself. Why would I sell my House of Kiba membership when it got me HAPE? I could sell HAPE right now, and I've literally, 5x'd over what I paid for that House of Kiba membership. And I got another thing coming, and I got another thing coming, right? They gave me a gallery that they created in the metaverse. So every month there's things they're doing. So my point is, as now these projects come out, people start realizing like, oh, these companies are doing some amazing things. Now that's the hard part, is finding out what are those projects that do have a place to hold. And again, one thing I will say is, bringing in Southern Heat on this one, we come from crypto, right? When I first heard of NFTs and all that and Ethereum back in the day, so to me the whole NFT thing was weird. These whole contracts, the ERCs, I was like, what? Ethereum was just something to flip. You know what I mean? I'm talking about when Ethereum was like $300, when Ethereum was like under $200. Like it was like, what? You know what I mean? I use Ethereum just to be able to move that or get something else. It was a means of transport, not a means to do anything. Today, I can't hold Ethereum to save my life. Like, how much Ethereum you have? You mean NFTs, right? But one of the things I will say is there are maximalists, right? You got some Bitcoin maxis that's like all Bitcoin or nothing, right? You have some NFT maxis, it's all NFTs or nothing. There is no all or nothing. The world is a balance of all kinds of things. And the fact is, in the business world, guess what? Let's say, for example, Rod has some, stocks or something in a certain project, right? In the real world, right? He's into this tech companies, etc. He's not enamored to whatever Jeff Bezos is doing, but he has stocks in Amazon, right? Southern has, let's say, some stocks in Facebook, not because he agrees fundamentally with Zuckerberg or not. It's a business. You're in, you're out. It makes sense. I say that to say that there are projects that are, worth looking into, but sometimes we get emotional with our stuff, right? So, for example, I do not have any negativity towards certain influencers. I actually find them pretty entertaining and educational, i.e. Gary Vee. Others may not like his style of doing something. And I say that to say that it's an example where he is out there big time, but it's a business, and the guy is able to turn profits. So from a business perspective, I'm going to tell you the truth. Some folks may not like him, but trust me, they will go ahead and get up in there on the flow and flip it as soon as it goes up because the guy has a proven track record. Now, you could disagree and agree. That's not the point here. My point is sometimes some folks are like, well, I'm not going to go into this project because I can't stand this person or I can't stand that person. Yo, stop it. If you could get a doodles at floor and flip, then do that. But I don't like this. Again, this all emotion that comes into this, where I understand there's a visual aspect, there's an imagery. Oh, my HAPE, look at the background, look at the color. Have I said never of any investment I've had anywhere else? Oh, but Rod, my Amazon stock, if I lose it, I feel empty inside. I don't have it no more. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I took profits. So my point is, when it comes to this, there's something happening in the NFT space that we talked about earlier yesterday. to the mental health aspect that is really ignored. Something is happening with people because, to Nathan's point, it is a status symbol, and for many people, again, a lot of folks that have been in this from the beginning are tech folks, right? Techie folks who are into this stuff, gamers, not, someone who's out there, starting businesses and doing stuff. Like if you was in the real world doing things, you weren't here traveling, checking on some ape pictures, months ago. You was out there doing the daggone work. So now all of a sudden the world's seeing you and this becomes your status symbol. And I'm not shitting on the industry. Hell, I'm in it. Big time, right? But the fact is, if you were always that castaway, right? Right, all through school, Rod was a jock. Southern was, getting, all the ladies in high school, and me and Yanasa were just the geeks, coding stuff in the lab, and nobody paid us attention, right? And now all of a sudden we're in this space, and guess what? Now, Yanasa got 20 apes, and I got 50 of them apes, and it's just like, now we're all the, you know what I mean? Like you're tying your value to something that's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, you know what I mean? Like these things will pass. Things are cyclical. People move on to other things. No matter what project you think you got, trust me, nothing ever endures. You know what I'm saying? MySpace will never go away, right? Yahoo will never go away. AOL will never go away. Like, that's just the nature of the beast.
Ask Jeeves.
That part. Ask Jeeves. Come on now. And they gave it a valiant effort with the Bing, but,
Oh, yeah. Bing was the first to show videos in the search, though. And
That
that's
is
how
true.
you could buy the search stuff in Iraq because they had the safe filter on. So we would search for movies and stuff in Bing, and you could play it in the search bar.
That part.
For all the soldiers over there use Bing. That's probably the only thing it's good for.
That part right there.
Yeah, but, let's see. What's the floor? Is the floor holding on your HAPEs?
Now it's going down as expected.
Oh, yeah. Reveal.
Yeah, so
So what generally happens? A lot of projects do this. The ones that are really great don't. And again, sometimes, right? But what happens is after reveal,
when mint.
After reveal, what usually happens is as people realize they didn't get the one of ones or anything over, realistically 50. Ooh.
I like this one. That was one of the teased one, but that one just went for 50
Ugh.
11 minutes ago.
I ain't got it.
Sorry, boss. I ain't gonna hold you, boss.
I'm sorry, I done would have sold it at 40, so I wouldn't.
I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and put that in perspective.
Boy, at 35, they'd have got me. They'd have got me at 35.
Someone just dropped 150K. Someone just dropped someone's house.
They'd have got me way less than that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Way less.
I ain't gonna hold you.
It
I
wasn't
didn't
too
make
much.
it past 1K.
You better not send me a weak offer. You might get it. Hey, like, oh, you know what? That's a good number. I like that number too. You sold.
We're out of here.
Out of here. But yeah, but they'll drop the floor. The floor will drop because it's and for let me explain that. And most people may know all the floor is, and that's another thing that happens. You'll see people saying, "Hey, everybody buy a bunch to do it." That doesn't increase the floor. The floor is the lowest NFT in that collection listed for sale. The lowest one listed for sale. You could buy 5 billion of them, and if somebody keeps putting that back to that number, it will not change the floor. Volume sold, volume traded, none of that. No matter how many people is holding that 5 ETH or 10 ETH, doesn't matter. It's the lowest one listed for sale. So what happens is, if the lowest one listed for sale, if you think about it, that's your entry and exit point. If I get one that I don't like, or I don't feel like other people, it's not the albino ape, or that other people will like, I will list it lower to make sure it sells, right? Because if everybody is paying 6 ETH for it, then if I want to make sure mine sell, I'm gonna sell it for 5.9 ETH, right? And that's what happens. And then everybody gets into that mode of leapfrogging each other down. But the issue is OpenSea. OpenSea lags a lot, especially during big drops and reveals and as metadata is being updated. So if I list it for 5.9 and I want to get out quickly, one or two things or three things will happen. One, I'll get out. One, I won't get out. And then, or another one is that I'll get out, but somebody will try to list below me to get out. And you just kind of drop the floor until the buying pressure it catches it, right? And so that's why at the reveal, the floor will usually drop down in some projects because people just get rid of, you didn't win the lottery, and so
Right.
they get rid of. And again, getting rid of it at 6 ETH, you can call me what you want. You can call me what you want.
But take this one for an example, right? So this was sold 2 days ago for 8, and now it's listed for 666. Obviously, someone's gonna pay what they're gonna pay for it. But hey, you took profits, right? It was a good place to take profits. Yeah, it's ranked 17, but again, you went from point two to this. So the reality is, this person bought this for that. You don't. I mean, it's all subjective to a degree. You could have 50x your money, and the next person is only 10xing their stuff. It all becomes subjective to what you're actually trying to accumulate and get to. Like I said,
and again, it has to sell for that price. That's another thing that people tend to
that part.
forget. I don't care what the floor is. The floor could be a million ETH if nobody is willing to pay for it. And that's, again, where these projects, after mint, they're like, raise the floor to 100 ETH. What if everybody did that? Who would buy it?
Right.
Like, nobody would buy it, and then people would just rush the paper hand back down to zero.
Right.
So, again, okay, I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say a perfect example, an NFT that I hold on to right now because it's worth so much. The floor on it is 5 ETH, right? The floor is 5 ETH. The volume is 0.
What project is that again? Which one is that?
Well, it's an egg tomations origin.
Egg tomations.
Yeah, egg tomations origin. They've got a couple of variations, but yeah, this is this is a different. This is actually another one that I have that started it all, but there's an origin one. Let's see here. But yeah, it's. Let me see. I'm gonna put the.
Stop trying to find it. Oh, there it is.
There you go.
Right, but the floor is bullshit because it's just whatever somebody says, but that means nothing if there's no volume traded.
No value. Yes, nobody wanted it.
Yeah. And again, this is one of those examples. Everybody delisted, and the lowest listed is 5 ETH. But if nobody wants it or nobody can pay 5 ETH for the project, now you didn't make
really worth 5 ETH.
Right. Activity is none. You can't get up off this. You're stuck.
You stuck.
And this is another good example. They've got some cool art. I mean, and they're trying to do some things with games and stuff. So, who knows what the future holds with this? Because we know that projects can start with little to no activity. Something happens that kicks it off. But, this is a perfect example that floor is meaningless in the grand scheme of things.
Right. If you have no value, floor means nothing.
And, or no value currently. Ectomutations. And you got, like he said, man, somebody could look at that tomorrow and be like, yo, I like these, and now they worth 50.
But but you like the art, right? So hold that art,
right?
Right, you like that art. I'm here for the art.
Everybody wallet is full of art projects.
Every one of no, but you know the ones that be on some like, I don't care where the price goes. I'm here for the art. We've been left with art projects.
Yeah, boy, that part.
Look, hold on. Let me.
Hey, every influence you talk to.
Oh Lord, don't pull them up.
Oh, the dwellers. I like the dwellers should have had.
No.
I'm not letting you talk about the dwellers. The dwellers had it. The dwellers could have had it. The dwellers was in an NFT game I played the other day. So look at there. Dwellers is made.
Stop lying.
I swear, they was in me and Lawton was playing a trivia game, and it was asking random NFTs, and this game was dumb. It would show 10,000. It's like 10,000 collection. It would show a random one out the collection, be like, "Yo, what's the name of this project?" And the dwellers was in there.
Regular veteran said, "What happened to the dwellers? Nothing happened. That's what happened to the dwellers."
No, something happened. It went like this.
Look. Yeah, the dwellers went down.
It had the support. People, they just did not execute and do anything. It just
Yeah. Like
Yep.
they
got
did, man.
this.
Like the early Discord on the Dwellers would fly. Like, and again, this was months ago. Like now it's kind of like the standard, right? Whenever you get a hype server, it's moving and it's bots and stuff like that. Back then, that was real, as real as can be, right? Less
Mm-hmm.
bots, more people.
Mm-hmm.
And the Dwellers had a lot of hype, a lot of everything, and then just nothing.
Look,
Just
look
shows
at
that
that
we don't
activity.
execute.
Look at what they're selling these for. I mean, the gas costs more than what they're selling
Yeah,
these things.
yeah, the basement's
People
floor.
are actually staking. One guy said, "I staked and lost gas," and we was like, "Really? Like, no, my guy, no, don't."
Yeah,
Don't do it.
but again,
That's
we say that, but they talking. They all got wallets full of Dwellers over there. A lot of people on this panel got
No,
wallets
we all
full.
got, yeah, we have, but I'm not
we
gonna
got 'em,
pay to
yeah,
stake it.
No, we're not gonna do that at
yeah.
all. But
There's no
the
need to
original
stake it.
point was that every project ain't the best, and all
That
these
part.
influencers literally have whole wallets full of projects like this that they don't tell you about. Like, hey, we
Yep.
minted these, did flop, and they just hide them. You won't even see them in their wallet. They hidden.
Right.
Trust
So
me,
it's
I
a
got
lot
more.
of big games
I got
that-
more stuff hidden in my wallet that was visible. Do
Whoa,
not get that twisted.
Boy.
I
There
still
is more
see
stuff
people
hidden in my
profile,
wallet.
I get PTSD when I see a dweller. I be like, okay.
Yeah, we did projects for the Dwellers. Like we made a video. We was in for the Dwellers. Like I don't know if you people, bro. We were excited as a team for the Dwellers. So Dwellers, don't take this as hate. Or no, we were genuinely excited.
Right.
Mhm.
It just didn't go, baby.
Well,
That's
they had a few things that just worked against them, right? Assets can be created, marketing materials can be created, but if you don't use it, it's like me giving you some, an M16. The enemy's coming, and you don't do anything with it. Like they had used their marketing one time, and they just lived inside their Discord for neglected outside activity, and that happens with a lot of projects. They think that everything is inside their Discord, and like, okay, I'm glad that the 2,000 people in here like you, but that don't mean nothing unless you get new blood coming into the project.
I hope a lot of people pay attention to HAPE, Invisible Friends, and see how they hit the marketing and just on social media. They are constant on there, and then they're also networking with other NFT collab. You're bringing in other people, other groups, but you're just out there. Some of these discords, like Dwellers, they didn't do that. And then don't be so fast to a lot of these projects to put out a project. Invisible Friends been doing this for a minute, and they haven't dropped yet because hey, we're not in a rush. Don't be in a rush to drop something, because if you drop something and you slip up once, that's all it takes, and it could be downhill. One hiccup.
And that was one to Rod's point. That's one of the issues that Mechaverse had. Again, I still hold two of them, so I never sold them. I still held them. But ironically, the tale of Mecha is interesting, right? Because to Rod's point, they did a superb job of teasing out Mecha. If you were in NFTs over the summertime coming into the fall, everyone knew Mecha. Because it was just the first NFT that had amazing trailers, teasers. Like, people were just in it. And all four of us were in the raffle. And it was like, the time came to check. And, we're all waiting. There's like 100,000 people. That's the thing, too. It was one of the first Discords to have so many people. It was so much hype behind Mecha because it was a countdown teaser. Here's the thing. So you got over 100,000, 200,000 people in a Discord before now it becomes, kind of mainstream. But anyway, we're all there. Everybody's logging in to check their stuff one by one. Nope. Nope. And I was like the last one. And in my mind, I'm like, yo, wow. I'm like, man, look, it's definitely not going to happen, right? It's a raffle of 8,000. It's damn near 200,000 people. So, you know what? I'm not even going to hold you, man. Let me go ahead and get out of here real quick. So I'm literally with my wife at my son's soccer game in the car.
Yeah.
And it's funny, like, all these main points in our NFT journey, I can tell exactly where I was. I can tell exactly when Women and Weapons popped, when Gary Vee made a statement. I was talking to the fellas. You know what I mean? Because we're always talking. So anyway, I'm in the car, and I'm like, well, let me check. And I'm on my phone. That's how like, whatever I'm at. Everybody's on the computer checking. I'm on the phone, check the thing. I look at it again. I look at it. My wife's like, "Yo, what is it?" I'm like, "Yo, I think I got the mega." She's like, "Wait, what?" I tell the fellas, they're like, "You motherfucker!"
I was a hater immediately.
I was mad. I was, ooh,
He's
I,
got the
Like,
juice now.
be like, "You got the juice now."
Right.
But and I said to say that I have no affiliations with Mecca, so the whole concept that it was completely all rigged is bullcrap. A
I
raffle's a
like
raffle.
Mecca. I still like Mecca.
No, but I'm saying, but the people were saying like, oh, there was no raffle. It was given to who they wanted to.
Right.
I don't buy that. Like, there are people, like one guy's like, I've never met someone who won the raffle. I'm like, my man's. There are
I know
millions of
people
people in the NFT space, and they did a raffle for 8,000 people. What makes you think for 1 second that you have
you
met
never know.
everyone?
Right.
It's like,
think
it's like you
like
telling me,
12.
oh, you're from New York. Do you know so and so? Do you know how many people live in New York?
Nah, then you ain't from New York then.
Like, you from North Carolina, you must know Billy. What?
I know all of them. Every Billy in the
Right.
state.
So, but the biggest issue, bottom line with Mechaverse was they were not prepared for the pressure that came. Great art, great concept, great everything, but they had no Discord etiquette whatsoever, had no information comms tactics at all, and literally you had 200,000 people upset that they did not get a mecha, and it became pandemonium. And people will start looking at every exploit, every issue, every problem that you could think of because they have nothing better to do but tear you down and fud you. And they had no mods. There was no order. Man, mind you, the Discord was open only a few days prior to the launch. HAPE has had this Discord since October, November to now. So they built a strong community from that point to now versus some of these other ones. So people have learned lessons, but Mecca had a lot of lessons that a lot of other projects, no matter what they say, they learned. So you got something?
Mecca was like the max then was 250 for Discord because I remember it shut off I think at 250, but it was like it was the first of its kind, and I think it was the first raffle because everybody was like, oh, raffle, this and that.
Mhm.
Because everybody was worried about the gas wars, like, I'm not going to be able to mint this. And then they said raffle. The only thing I didn't like about it was you had the option of 2 or 1. They should have just made it 1, but it was a learning lesson. And I think HAPE and others learned from that also. Because now you have having a 200,000 Discord is just a regular thing now, it seems. Back then, it wasn't. It was like, it was so hype. And it was just a learning experience. And I want people to realize every project after reveal or after whitelist is gone, after it's sold out, you're gonna have that hate. Especially something that's hype, you're gonna have that FUD come in and try to bring it down because hey, I didn't get it, fuck it, and I'm gonna talk mess about you. I'm gonna try to find any dirt on you and drop it. It might be fake, but they're gonna do it because hey, they're just angry. You have people in this space. It's not all happy. You're gonna have a lot of shiesty stuff in this space.
Yep. And that's the thing. No matter what anybody. And the funny thing is always now seeing all this fake love, all this fake, this motivation, grinding. It's all garbage. I'm sorry, but it's all fake. It's so fake. You're sitting there just sucking up to trying to go ahead and press the mods, to try to get a whitelist, try to get in, and the minute you don't get it, you become the very first and worst detractor. You go from I love this to yeah. Literally, like, I love this, and this is the best. Hey, man, Boonji bless you. Blessings here, blessings there. It's all love. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make it to the top together. Or I ain't get that whitelist. Yo, this is a piece of shit. I hate this damn What?
All the artwork is stolen.
Yeah, you're a right clicker. You're right click save posse.
As soon as Mecca minted, they was like, all of them look the same. I was like, damn. It was like every one of them is the same. I was like, God, no.
Strong Island.
Oh,
yeah, all of them look the same.
All of them look the same. And they found 2 of them. I don't know if it was real or not, but they found 2 of them that looked
exactly the same. Yeah, them
like
traits.
One color change.
No. He had an earring.
Yeah, I was like, ooh.
Oh no, my baby.
Almost every project has one that it's almost every project. If you look hard, It's almost two that look alike.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing separated is maybe a hat, an earring. It's
Yeah,
usually an earring or something like that.
that's
Pretty much.
the challenge of statistics. Like shit, if you
I
got
mean,
10,
let's be honest. Gutter Cat has one like that.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
A cat. The only thing I think the difference is both of them had a white beater on, and one of them had an earring, the other one didn't. That was it. The cat same
Let me
color.
check. Let me check out my cats. Calm down. Let me check out my cats.
we ain't gonna talk about
Hey,
the
don't.
game.
I'm not. Hey, we just got another white list.
Hey,
Spot.
I'm telling you, talking about the game. I'm
And
gonna tell him.
nah,
What's
we
his
rep the
name?
gang.
What's his name? Gutter Dan. I'm calling him. I'm
Uh,
gonna call him.
We
I'm
rep
telling
the
you,
gang.
I know he be courtside. Get your boy in there.
I'm telling on you and your pigeon. That's why they don't let your pigeon go
Oh
nowhere.
no! Matter of fact,
Doing jail time.
what's your pigeon number? What's
904.
Not good enough.
Man. Oh man. This
Damn, not Mo.
They be getting a Big Mo. Big
Oh,
Mo.
we don't accept pigeons.
Hey,
We don't
I thought that was
accept
Mo over there.
pigeons. Yeah. What?
Yeah, look at him right there. Man, come
Mo.
on now. If you out there, go ahead and put an offer on that pigeon. He don't want
Put
it.
an offer on it. He might take
Put an offer on that pigeon. He don't want it.
it. Big Mo.
Keep
Big
it
Mo
Big
don't
Mo.
be getting you in all the doors.
Yo, hold up. I gotta
Big Mo
go back.
give me
What
a
did you
goat.
what did you say that the pigeon's name was?
Big Mo.
No. What Roger you call it? Not good enough.
Not good enough. That's what
Not
number it
good
is. Not
enough,
good enough.
Can't get right.
Can't get right.
Boy, hey,
Yeah.
hey, and so the meaning behind that is again talking about these projects. The gang is good for walking into doors. More so before. To be honest with you, I'm seeing less and less projects with the gang, and again, it goes through relevance and time. But the gang is
But we
very
see him in
good
our
for-
Discord. We
Yeah,
get him in
yeah,
our
and that's
Discord,
it too. The gang does a lot of stuff internal, and they just kind of come over. But a lot of these projects have the collab land where you register your wallet, they look through the project in your wallet, and if the project is good, like they'll let you in. So one of us, not the poor ones, has a V friend which lets them in a lot of places, and then another one of us, that the one that has the V friend has the cat, and I think he got a full collection now. But
We talk about my monkey?
The collab,
Hold on, you talk about my monkey?
Yeah, somebody got a monkey. Oh, did you switch hats?
As you were talking.
I know, yeah.
I see it. I wasn't paying attention. But
Hold up, shout out to FG Apparel for hooking your boy up.
with the V friend, what is it? The manic monkey?
Yeah, this is moral monkey. All right, get your morals right, not to get your money right.
But so it was like, yo, Gutter. I don't know if because the Gutter Cat Gang is the name of the whole collection, right? Or is it? Is that the proper name?
Correct.
So they was like, yo, register your collab and we'll give you white list for the Gutter Cat Gang. So our friend with the Gutter Cat went and registered, no problem. Name change, blah blah blah. But our friend with Big Mo, Mr. Not Good Enough, got rejected.
They said, get your weak ankles up out of here.
No,
Bro,
we
was that
only
a bear?
accept
Was that
cats. Get up out of here, peasant.
I believe it was Hype Bear. Yeah,
It was like theirs.
yeah. They was like because it was like VIP, and they was like, oh no, only cats can come, not the.
Cat. Get them pigeons out of here.
Matter of fact,
Then they snatched GCG down all together.
Yeah, they did. They took them all the way off. Like, hey, they can't none of y'all come.
Matter of fact, here you go.
Yo, my man, why you got on that purse, huh?
Nigga, this ain't no fucking purse. I'm the big dilf. Don't do that. $100 Patron in the bid at, you heard? Get your money up, not your funny up. Big fucking move.
Fuck out of
Yo, if you're not from New York, you're not gonna get it. get your money up, not your funny up. Growl. That's what me and Rod over here cannot replicate. How did that man get to that point of making that sound with his mouth? I don't know.
But put an offer in on Big Mo. He
Come on, man. He need that.
Big Mo getting in these. So I love Gutter Cat even more now because I've been getting an opportunity to get whitelist. I won like 2 days ago. I won a whitelist. Keeping it kind of quiet down low.
Yeah.
So,
You probably don't want to spoil that project yet.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil that project because they don't actually, like you said, like I see doodles, apes, and all that. Gutter Cat's been on the down low, getting these
Yeah.
whitelists. And a lot of people don't realize, like, even though they're saying like Discourse might say 3,000 whitelists, some of these spots are already taken. You just don't know it because
Yep.
Gutter Cat, other these Discords are getting whitelists, and we just hand our wallets over.
Oh snap! Isn't it today?
The comment,
Yes.
the comment today.
We just hand our wallets over.
Oh,
and boom,
buddy!
we
It's
got
already happened.
whitelists, and we
Right
just walk
now.
in the door.
Did we miss it?
We don't grind.
No, it's literally dropping. So we go check that right now because I gotta go get mine because they're giving the cats got the airdrop.
Yeah, not
So
the
no
pigeon.
pigeons?
Yeah, nah, Mr. Not good enough still. See
Oh,
what I mean?
ah.
The pigeons got amended. No, let me give the people a
I'm
quick.
glad I got staple verse, and I'm gonna get a pigeon on there. And we gonna shit on everything. Destroy the world.
All right, let me hit them with the quick preview. This is Gutter Gang's comic is coming. That's dropping today. Dropped at the moment.
Yeah, it's already dropped.
I gotta say though, this sound the beats be always nice.
There's a rat. Do the pigeon even get a cover? Nope.
No, it's
Covered.
cats and rats, and they're working the other species that came out afterward.
Yeah, pigeons last. Y'all ain't even get legs.
We saw this yesterday, but I want to see it again because I just think this is the best
I
thing.
didn't get to sit with y'all.
This is the
because-
best thing ever.
This is hilarious.
This is a project. Shout out to the Super Fat Apes. They said, "Hey, you're a real one. You got a HAPE. Come on over." I said, "Thank you." Whitelist, HAPEs. Thanks. Shout out to
hey,
Rod. He told me
hey,
about it.
Hey, wait a minute. Again, Super Fat Apes. Hey, he got friends. So give me a whitelist just for being his friend. And he came over. Yeah.
Better than DP never comes alone. I'll come with the crew
Hey, we're gonna
always.
bring Nathan too. This is gonna be Nathan's first whitelist. So
Nathan's
give us
Nathan's
one
coming
for
with
Nathan.
us too.
Yeah,
So when
Nathan
we
gets
when
one.
we rolling, we
Yeah,
rolling.
you get it, Nathan. You get one. We're gonna bring you.
Jurassic Park, we miss y'all. Jurassic Park, we miss y'all.
Do your own research, no man, just because we got you whitelist.
Yeah, seriously, do not. All right, let's enjoy this this here treat.
Nathan probably don't.
Those moves look familiar.
Oh my goodness, it's the flying up for me.
That's even better when my internet isn't glitching.
Right there. My man had a whole.
I love that.
Oh no, I just think that is hilarious. Different, unique, new project coming out. You know what I mean? It's just, you know what I mean? It's just, hey man, do something different. They ain't gotta be all the same.
Right.
I was trying to replicate those moves for my morning calisthenics, but I just couldn't manage it.
Like, wait, the way my hips are set up. So let's see here. Do a deep dive on this later on, but yeah, this is funny. Yeah, my man got some creds. He's done some of these things apparently, and it's cool because it's like this is how you gonna start the project. Man, I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, we got some bored apes. We got some mutants in here. I see you. Anyways, so yeah, back to the gang. Make sure you go ahead and give your boy an offer. A whiff.
No, I don't want no offer. Ain't nobody messing with Big Mo.
Not for sale, not selling.
Big Mo is not for sale.
But Rod said a good point, man. A lot of these projects now, even I'll tell you. So, we talked about Mecca, but Mecca's pivoted to the point where people talk what they talk, but everybody knows Mecca, and their whitelist game has been on a whole nother level. So you got now projects that are starting to pivot to work with other projects, and they're getting whitelists and stuff. And just because you hold this, that gets you access to that, or you could get a raffle, because they're allotted so many things. So the cross pollinations of discords and communities. I think it's pretty dope, that crossover. So, like Southern said, you may hold something that gets you something. He got blocked on that one project, but they're gonna let him in the other ones.
Right. I'm in the other one. You know what? I think after that, I think that's one reason a lot of people probably complain, like, what the hell? It said gutter cats, and they changed it. But now, well, I only seen one since then that they didn't. They was like cats only. And I was about to start a protest, but I ain't gonna do it. But I love gutter because they've been getting. I mean, we've been getting whitelists. I mean, I ain't one, but hell, one better than another.
Gang.
Can't complain.
Can't complain. The
Can't complain.
Shout out to the gang.
Because half of these, I would say, majority of these discords don't even get that. They just, they don't even do anything. They just try to focus on their roadmap. If they can fulfill their roadmap, right now, what can you do for me now? Try to give me a whitelist and let me decide if I want a minute. That's all. I tell people, do your own research, and that's what you got to do when you get whitelist on something. I don't mint everything. I don't mint 90% of these projects. I mean, what I tell you.
I got 2 whitelists since we've been on this call.
Yeah,
Hey, I probably won't mint it, but just go in,
Man,
man.
look at them.
Look at the project. Look at the art. Look at the stuff, man. It's some people doing good stuff. It's one of them. I think it's called Whales. Let me shout. I don't want to shout them out, but I don't want to not shout them out. But I don't care. But I like they're just doing. I've seen it in a couple discords done different ways. What is it called?
Whale Pals.
I think that's it. What was the name?
Yeah. Whale Pals.
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. And they have the treasure hunt. And so for the Whale Pals to get whitelists, they have a what was the one that did the plane? They kind of did something similar too. But Whale Pals, I like the Discord. Again, I've seen it in a couple other Discords done slightly different, but the same thing. And basically they have a little treasure hunt channel, and you go into the treasure hunt, and I think you can type hunt every 15 minutes, and if you find a crown or if you find 2 treasure maps, you can put in to get whitelist, right? So if you don't like the grind, if you don't have people to invite, or you're not artistic, I like stuff like this to where I can come in the Discord, I can write a little bit, right? Try the treasure hunt, and it keeps you engaged. I want to say I tried it for a lot, way more than I should have yesterday, but I was kind of addicted because I thought it was gonna work. But I think I put in like 3-4 hours on it yesterday. Just every 15 minutes, come back and try it. I did not win at all, but it was fun, and it kept me engaged in a Discord for like 4 hours, minimum. But I was there. I checked the announcements, and it's just stuff like that people are doing. A lot of new stuff to kind of keep people entertained in the Discord, right? You got your Gartic games, and they're playing Smash Cards and guess the number between 1 and mint. And you know what I mean? And you'll see people, I want to say Southern Heat got a whitelist like that where it was like, just count up to try to guess the number. I'm thinking of a number between like 1
and 10. I can't even remember what it was. I did a minute.
And you got it.
Yeah, I got it. But I was just guessing. The game back, got whitelist.
That part.
I whitelist while ago too. I got 2 whitelists today.
See? Oh, is this Keeper? No, what's this?
Yeah, this is the main one with the memberships. So this is an example of the one we talked about before. So they got us the whitelist there. But if you look at this is dope to know the history. So this was something they did, a while back for folks that had apes. And they just kind of took a 3D rendering, made it, and it kind of looks familiar. It's some things that you might be seeing folks doing, and they were doing this way back when, before, like other projects started moving into 3D. So they're building things and doing stuff. They've been doing it for a while. So that's one of the Ape Redemption's files there. But what's cool is, like, this is one of the hives that I got a hive. So this is like a a gallery that you can pretty much kind of put your NFTs in and stuff. So they built this whole thing, and we pretty much get that for being Genesis. So you could buy one of these things, or they're giving you these things, which is pretty cool. So these are just some of the different projects and drops that they're doing. So the hives, when you start looking at like virtual reality, how that would look and things like that, I think it's pretty cool. So like this is what it would look like, right? So if you go into like my gallery, right, you literally can walk in and start seeing like all the NFTs that I hold, putting them around. Rod is already in there. Look at him. He's already locked. He's already dialed into the Oculus.
I'm going to see your NFTs.
Look at that. Look at that. Look around. Take a look at it. And this is something House of Kiba has built, which is dope. Again, this is the lava temple. You can see the different NFTs, how they look there that way.
Yes,
Rod is connected into the metaverse. we used to call it the Matrix. Now it's the metaverse.
Yeah, I'm in the metaverse.
And then here's Neon Nexus, another type of. So this gallery, what I mean, like I said, they just dropped it on the members for being members, which is pretty cool. So these are examples of just again, we'll do deeper dives later. We're just kind of getting into the swing of just talking about different projects now, but. This is House of Kiba. I mean, this is kind of what they do. So we're in there. We were in New York actually. Yanasa and myself. They have different projects and different things, but they have a Gen Zero collection. They did something here. On the NBA side of the house, and some other projects they're doing, which is pretty cool. So a lot's going on there for sure. But I just wanted to at least show some of the things they have. They just dropped this whole gem concept on us. So I got one of these green gems, and that's a whole new collection that they're working through. So this is Exquisite Mystique, because it's
I tell you what,
exquisite.
these guys know how to take care of their community, and it was a bonus getting to meet these guys in person in New York City. And for those of you out there that haven't heard of it yet, the NFT NYC 2022, I would check it out. It's a great opportunity to meet some pretty cool projects, people who are running the projects.
Meet DP.
Yeah, meet DP. And
Right,
let me tell you,
he'll have a new jacket on by then.
well, let me tell you, we were walking around and we were in the booths area, and he gets tackled by some YouTubers, so he winds up on a YouTube episode. So yeah, it's
That did happen.
I think you were talking about House of Kiba then.
Yeah, that's it is funny. We're talking about that.
House of Kiba, Gary V. I mean, yeah, it's
Gary V, boy, you spoke it to existence.
I did, and not too sure thereafter.
In for whitelist real quick.
Say what?
I'll give it back. Let me borrow your B friend. Let me hit some whitelist. I'll give it back.
So it's funny, so like they've had some. They don't have like an actual channel, like like for alphas and things like that. But it's also like a different vibe. Some places like, hey, you could come on down, but there's just so much stuff they're building internal where it's just like,
I don't think they can though, because again, going to your earlier point, I think Gary V's internet or buying presence carries so much power that if you put any kind of alpha or whitelist into it, it skyrockets all. It artificially will pump every project that they would put you. So the projects themselves have to invite you. I don't think it would be conducive, because it's free advertisement.
Correct.
Nobody's gonna be like, "Hey, let me just hold this Coke at the Super Bowl." Like, nah, you gotta pay for that.
Exactly.
So, yeah, Gary, if you put it in his channel, it's free advertising. He gonna lose that money.
So thanks for saying that, actually, because we're gonna wrap up here, and not say too long, but we're gonna come back and actually talk about the Super Bowl. But before we do that, one of the things that we kind of put up as a question is, what are some of the thoughts you have as far as some potential NFTs that may appear during that event, as far as what? So let's go around the room. Again, I'm not a sports person, but we all know when it comes to those commercials, you had 30-second spots going for $8 million. So the question is, right, round robin, what projects do you think or expect might make an appearance at the Super Bowl from the NFT side of the house?
Me, I'll start out. I think apes. Also, and I'll tell you why at the end why I think these. I think apes. I think Nike will do something. It might not be Clone X, but it'll be about the brand in general. Nike, Adidas, Coinbase. um, Crypto.com. I wouldn't be surprised to see OpenSea might do something. Uh, don't shake your head, Ron. Give OpenSea a chance.
They need to do something.
Man, look.
But they're on the lower end, I would say that. And those are the ones I'm going to go with because they have the money, the backing, and people know them the most. These other ones, because of that space, 30 seconds, whatever, is going for millions. A lot of people don't want to take that chance. Would it be a good chance to take? Yes. If you had the money, I would do it.
Well, I think I would, on top of what you already mentioned, I think that I would probably add on a candidate of like Braindom. That's the only other one that I could think of. Maybe there's another one like Suki that's big, but it's maybe not made for the U.S. NFL market. But but Braindom, I mean, very popular mobile games, already well established. We were looking at that last night, man. So they've got the chops. I think they've got the chops that they could do it, and of course they're building up their NFT project. So it might be an opportune time for them. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna disagree with all of y'all. How about that? Just because of it. I don't think the apes need to advertise. So what's the point? What Super Bowl commercials cost a lot. There's no point in spending out all that money just to get it back in. You know what I mean? They already got it. So I think Recur may do a commercial during the Super Bowl. It's a new product, a new platform. They'll have lower entry prices than the apes, so common people can get in. And especially if Coinbase does it right, and Coinbase is already tagged with MasterCard, so I agree with you there. There's probably a MasterCard NFT commercial, how easy it is to buy with like the swipe of a card. And if y'all use that, you owe me money because I thought of that just now.
Hello.
But I think, yeah, but like there may be artists that, like Eminem is performing, right? And he has an ape. So there may be an ape on the background just because he has one, but I don't think the company themselves need to advertise. But I think Recur is people can get in. The project hasn't done anything yet. I think Super Bowl will be a good time to reveal that.
I forgot one before you DP. You start, but like Budweiser.
Oh yeah. That's
Price
Yeah.
is low, and Runners made me think about that.
Yeah,
It's not expensive.
that's good. Yeah,
And they're in the space,
they're in the space. They're in the space a lot
big time.
with artists too.
Yep.
And if one of their artists that they just released performs, even like the pre-show or the first person to warm up the crowd,
Runners. I wasn't even thinking about that. The
I'm there, baby. I'm
royalty better be mine, whatever her name is.
there. Right, which one you got? Let it be your performer.
Let it be my performer.
Go ahead and get it out of there.
So here are, for those that are not aware. So Budweiser, actually they announced it though. No, that's for Recon. Let's look at Fresco Trey. Here's his collection with Budweiser's royalty mix. So they have 22 different artists that they pretty much have done NFTs for. And I think so. Actually, I haven't said this, but Ronish, so do you know how they did this royalty piece with 22 artists, and they all kind of have their own collection, but they all fall under Budweiser. So it's kind of like one collection with sub collections, really. So it's kind of like a mirror image. So there's Fresco Trey, and then we have obviously the other ones. When you look at these, for example, right, these are the core ones, which are red, and then you have the gold ones, which gives you different access. So core rares being, silver and platinum, they have different access to these artists. And when you click on it, it's cool because it kind of gives you the ability to see them, be able to see their socials. So it plugs them in specifically, so you can see their Instagram, see kind of what they're doing. So it's cool how they're kind of doing this. Right, here's Farina, she has hers. So they have different floors because they're different artists and they're leveraging their community. But it all falls under Budweiser as a whole, as you can see here with all the collections. So this Rod is what I'm thinking might be the model that Gary might use, let's say, for some veteran artists. You have one drop with sub drops, and it becomes kind of like, hey, you all have a chance to do something, but it's not like you have to go so deep to make, this one specific different than the other one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all pushing their stuff, but, you know what I mean? It's like a smart way to kind of say, hey, we're going to deploy 22 artists here, right? And then kind of do it under one umbrella, and then they have sub drops. So, like, change this now to another field, right? These are all artists that are, painters, and then now they have their own sub, releases under. So, it's kind of a different way of doing things versus like an individual, everybody has a different look type of stuff because they're being sponsored by Budweiser, so of course they want to get on and do a thing. But yeah, I think it'd be dope because, again, let's say, which one do you own, Southern, on your side?
What's her name? Amaya? I can't remember her name. Amaya.
Let me see.
What, from the Brooklyn, Bronx?
From the Brooklyn.
All right, so we got Faze Yoda, Samantha Sanchez, Little Benjas, Leo Canoza, Cabalito.
Probably better than the details. There.
Let's see.
Collection, maybe.
Collections.
Yeah.
We got Pow Pow.
Pow Pow.
Let's see. I got Pow Pow, and I got Farina. Let's see.
Ilham.
Ilham.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
There you go. So you got Ilham.
What's the one where you stand in front and center? Why are you in front of the camera?
Say what?
The NFT. She ain't want to be bound.
447. She's like, look, man, you gonna see me.
Right, I'm here, baby.
Like, you gonna see me, my baby. You gonna see me. But it's cool because then you come down here and get some details about her. So check out the Instagram, see kind of what they're doing, blah blah blah, the art, the music, all this other stuff. So it's interesting. Like I said, these are different things, but I agree. I think that definitely might be a play.
That's a good one. Okay, they do a commercial every year. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a real good one.
And I can see them doing something with all the artists, or just.
Yeah, they're gonna promote it because every sale will go back to them. Why not?
That part.
Who you got, DP?
Who I got?
Yeah, don't steal all our ideas because we said it before you. Come up with something original and new.
Wow, because there's so many original new people that actually do the stuff. So I don't think what's his name? I don't know if I showed or shared with y'all. One of the reports came in this morning that Yuga Labs is potentially looking to be acquired by Anderson Horowitz. So the company behind Apes is looking at being actually, purchased altogether for like billions type of stuff. So the question becomes like, hey, who has an affinity to this space? I heard one concept that was, hey, it would be real cool if it was like a united front to NFTs. Because again, we're talking all this stuff, but the regular world, they're like, yo, I don't understand this picture shit. Like, it'd be nice if you had a united front of like, hey, we are NFTs, right? And you have the different main players, and you can have like, say, the apes and the others, and it's just like a kaleidoscope of, hey, these are the different things, and kind of presenting a united front to avoid confusion. Because the fact is, like, look, you show an ape, you show a Budweiser, people like, again, Budweiser is going to win only because of the name recognition of, okay, I guess they're in the space, but also Pepsi's in the space too, because Pepsi, they're doing their thing as well. So, those main brands with recognition beyond the NFT space, I think have the better chance of being recognized, because you could do a spot where, Pepsi does a thing, they're coming up with a new thing, new drink, cut over to the NFT, we're doing it. And that's, a quick way to grab your attention, but I got you because the product I'm selling you, you know what I'm saying, it's already in front of you. But I do like Recur too.
Coinbase can do that though. I feel like Coinbase, out of everything that's been said, has the best chance to do that because of all the projects that they have listed that are on board with them to begin with. They can do a spot highlighting, hey, this is all of them. This, and they can even spoof it, right? This is how NFTs was bought before, and it's hard or whatever. And now with us and MasterCard, just swipe and buy your stuff and go. And people will
100%.
understand that. Yeah, completely.
100%. And I would even go further to say, if they did a collab, is when they hit it hard. Like, if you did like a Pepsi Coinbase, Pepsi Budweiser, because it's something and we know Coinbase, but it's just really user easy, friendly for the public. So like, I know Pepsi, I know Budweiser, I know, this main brand, and now it's like a collab, with Coinbase. Oh, what's Coinbase? Go to the App Store. Done. Yeah.
I think other than these ones we're guessing, I'm wondering, is it someone that we're not expecting that might just, we are looking at commercials like, wow, I wasn't expecting them to be in the
It'd be
sticker
like the
space.
doodles. The doodles is everywhere.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, I'm wondering, and not even that, but also like a company that we're
Oh
not
yeah.
thinking about right now.
But the biggest
You
thing
know,
is you got to have the money for it,
and
and
that's
you
what I'm
have
saying.
to.
I'm talking about a big company, and you're just like, wow, okay, they're in the space now, and
Right.
this would be the time to do it. If they
Right.
had the money, Super Bowl weekend, you're seeing all the Pepsi commercial and this and that, and it might be Doritos. You're like, what the hell,
But
Oh
that's
Doritos?
my
man, the
question.
real
So now, but
boy.
now, so to Rod's point, devil's advocate, switch it around, and now give me a company that you can convey your message in 30 seconds. I don't know a thing about NFTs, and you got 30 seconds. Not that's the
Right.
whole thing. You got 30 seconds to get my attention. Show me something. You could show
You
me
gotta be.
Doritos. You could do a
It's
whole
got to be a
time.
Recore RV because
That's
they're
my whole
selling.
point, right? Like you
Yeah.
need it's like in 30 seconds, who can really get out there with some name recognition and catch my attention and be like, okay, that makes sense. Because it's one of those things where it's like if you have to explain who you are, you're done. Like you almost have to be able to have that leverage of a collaboration. Because again, these commercials they're so expensive. And again, to Rod's point, one, do you need the exposure, right? The apes don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You got a 100 E floor, you good as is, right? You're doing things. I think it might be a good play maybe with the Adidas
NBA,
Punk a
NFL.
collab because they did do that already with the Adidas drop. That might be a thing. People know Adidas, so now you have their like 3D ape type of situation.
Come on, ballers.
Today, please. I doubt that fan control football would make a thing because I don't think they're there at all, and that's just a
FanDuel
competitor.
has their foot into the NFT space. Remember, we all got in early to that FanDuel
Yeah,
Discord, and they like
Oh
never
yeah,
did it.
what, did I delete them? Jesus.
So they had just been there. Hey, you remember? Hey, the funny thing, and I'll tell you something before we go. But the funny thing is, like, the Discords. You have to go in, hit the Discord grind. Everybody that's in the space knows it. So we're going around doing our good mornings and what's up, trying to start a conversation, and like. It was this one dude, and he had been. I ain't gonna say he was grinding. Maybe he is just like a real big football fan. But he was like, "Yo, this Discord is for talking sports only." And so they opened it up like a NFT Discord, but then they made it like just a regular Discord, like to come talk. And so Southern Heat came in there and was like, "Hey, good morning, y'all. Get out of here, bot. We having a conversation. We don't care about what y'all." I was like, "Damn!" Like as soon as he walked in, they jumped on him like, "Hey, this ain't the Discord for that. Get out of here." He was like, "I don't care about your host."
wait, what?
You have some rude people. Right.
Yeah,
Can't even speak. Jesus.
you can't say good morning. My man said, "Get out of here, bot." Yeah, I think I said in that Discord for the rest of the day, like, I am human.
That part, like, well, that just got awkward.
Right, but that was it. It was funny, but they was upset that he came to say good morning.
Nah, like, yo,
Yeah, I
get that,
think I
get that,
did.
get that
Yeah.
noise out of here.
But
Keep
they
that
have a
positive
toe
energy
in.
out of here.
They got a toe in and a little bit of bread, but I don't. They haven't done anything in their Discord. And again, it'll probably be some company we had no idea. Like,
Yep.
oh, that makes sense. Google and Facebook done dropped the NFT something.
Amazon.
Amazon. But again, man, some of those, I think, like a lot of, and we've seen it, right? The celebrity projects just stall. I don't think you'll see a real celebrity like backing a new project or anything like that.
Yeah, these celebrity projects are, I hate to say it, it's just hype. They don't really know the space like that, and they don't know what to do. They just like, I'm just putting that artwork, and that's it. They don't know after that, it's over with.
Yeah, again and again, not to say no names, but we saw one celebrity endorsed project, and they was like, "Yo, what do you really like about art?" He was like, "I don't like nothing. I like to draw stick figures." And I was like, "Man, this is the wrong field to sell pictures in for a person to say he don't like art."
I mean, he can still sell stick figures, but do you have a plan? Do you have
that his
utility?
NFT art wasn't stick figures.
Nah.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
I'm just
man,
saying. I know what you're talking about.
take off on them one good time. Yeah, craziness.
He got us too. The floor good.
Floor's good. Take
Floor
got
good.
us. All's good. Relish.
Yeah, relish, but again, so with those with those projects that have celebrity endorsements, please be very careful. A lot of those tend to pump, and a lot of those tend to pump longer But the issue is that most of the time they have new fans, and Coinbase takes like 10 days to a week to give them their money. So when they go to try to mint, they can't. And then they kind of trickle in for like a week, and it looks like, oh, this project is doing good and it's got it. But then once those people get into the space and done, those projects tend to tank very fast.
Hard.
So please be careful
Yep.
for any celebrity project. There may be spots for
That
you to
they
get
don't know how to
in.
deliver.
Yeah.
I think delivering is after the reveal is the key. I've been noticing with a lot of these celebrities. After the reveal,
And that's
strong.
a good point that we should definitely come back and talk about specifically, which is what happens through the whole minting process. The fact is, if you sold out your collection, you've made your money. Whether or not you deliver, it is irrelevant. This is the only space where, like right now, Rod, Yanasa Southern, I'm thinking about starting this business, man. Can y'all invest about 10 G's a piece? All right, man, we believe in you, right? So I got 30 G's. Well, I'm responsible to deliver something for y'all because y'all gave me something. In the real world, right, you expect to have something delivered at some point. In this space, man, please, you literally go from that was a rug, didn't work, on to the next one. Like, wait a minute, what? You just raised $10 million and disappeared into the night? Yo, like, that is the reality. Do the math of how much it costs. If you tell me that you're selling 8,000 pieces, 10,000 NFTs at $500 a piece, and now these new mints are coming in at a 0.4, 0.5, 1
We
ETH.
saw one a day for one.
These prices were
1 ETH for
right.
so it's again, and that's where I got to give it to the communities and projects that have created a long-term return base, because that creates royalties and it also keeps people engaged past. Because here's the reality: Gary Vee made this statement on a video. He's like, I made $94 million with V Friends just on sellout. But monthly, he makes more because there's that recurring sale. Now, think about it. If Gary didn't care about anything else, he could have just said, hey, man, I did this thing. You got this thing. Here's some little fun knick-knack, and off him out. But now he's making a point to use all that to create an ecosystem for other things. So that's why the community thrives. There's new drops. There's the second drop. There's this. There's that. There's a conference. All these different things that keep people at play. Other projects, it's like you minted it. Like, we got a whole bunch of projects in our wallet, in our hidden tab, that I have not done a thing. Video game was gonna come, video game didn't come. I literally sold you a trailer of fat apes crossing a portal, doing elbow dabs and dancing with elephants, and I'm still waiting for Bulls to come up with a video game from last summer. I'm just saying, like, think about it. You're dealing with you're dealing with people that, in this space, sadly, people who have money figure, like, you know what? Oh, I could crush the game. It's gonna take you 6 months to be a game. To Yanas's point, hey, I can come in with a game established, brain them. I already have daggone how many things already in the works, how many reviews already in the works. Like, you can't compete with that. There's real money coming into the space, which is what Rod said as far as even like Recur. Before Recur even did a thing, they raised $50 million as a company, and then did the passes. And they're over here already securing with NFTU, with college sports, and they got Hello Kitty, they got Viacom, they got all these daggone things to make it to where, to Rod's point, like, guess what? You don't even have to know NFTs. If you get with Recur, they're going to be able to be the pathway to get your stuff out there as an athlete or artist, etc.
World of Women.
Yes.
World of Women, Mike.
I can see that.
Even if it's not to sale, if it's just a list of their accomplishments, because they are amazing.
I can see that.
Just a list of their accomplishments, I think they could have a spot.
I can see that. Actually, I would argue, I can see World of Women with the other women projects come together.
I can see that.
Women projects have a better ability to come together and collaborate. I could see World of Women. I could see Women Rise. I could see Women and Weapons all come together, Boss Beauties, and just have a united front of, hey, women in the metaverse, and literally just represent. I could see that. Mm-hmm. Sadly, I cannot see that with other projects. I won't expect to ever see an ape and a HAPE and a cat and a doodle. Like, y'all can't do that. And I mean, and that's why I'm heavy on a lot of these women-led projects, because they do band together. I'm telling you, I'm in Discords where they're like, hey man, we're gonna show some love to this project. We got some alpha. Let's get on over there. Hey man, appreciate it. Boss Beauty's here. Boom, over we go. Like you don't see that in other projects. It's a
You don't.
raffle of a
You see a
thing,
lot of
but
hate.
it's not. It's just like, hey, do your own research. Maybe if you make it, make it. But they're like, nah, let's go support this artist. That's a difference. Like, yo, hey, thanks for coming, to my project, DP. We did it. We're doing it now. Hey, let's go help out Rod over there, do his thing. And they're moving from almost one to the next to the point where if you hold if you hold a Award of Women, right, you hold a Boss Beauty. If you hold the Boss Beauty, you probably hold Women Rise. If you hold Women Rise, you hold Women in Weapons. You probably hold IFS. Like there, it's like literally like in sequence all these different tribe of women. You know what I'm saying? So all these projects are literally the same women saying, "Hey, look, we're gonna band together and hold this." Because guess what's better than having one great project? 10 great projects.
Why y'all ain't love the Kaiju Queens then? Why y'all let the Kaiju Queens fall off?
I ain't
the
got no
mountain?
white list. That's you there, my baby.
I saw them the other day. Kaiju Queens had whitelist for something. It was like, yo, collab Kaiju Queens. I was like, oh snap! Y'all made it.
Skip scaps doo doo doo.
Get it, the Queens, Kaiju Queens.
That part.
I had big hopes for them too. I was saying.
Yeah, but anyways, we're gonna wrap it up, man. Like I said, we want to come in, do a quick reveal, show kind of what it's looking like. So I'm happy with what I got. We're gonna talk more about it and do what we do, but we're gonna come back, obviously, do some more deep dives into certain projects and talk about them, show what they're doing.
Show the HAPE reveal. That was a long time ago. Show the HAPE again. Show the people why we came in the first place.
Hey man, it's marketing. Got you here, right? Gotcha.
Got you. We got on the HAPE reveal.
There it is. You know what I mean? So that is that's the METAVETS one right there. HEHREAM. HAPE rules everything around me.
Hareem, get the money.
Hareem, get the money. So that's what it is. The HAPE reveal. You know what I mean? It's cool. Obviously, floors going up, floors going down, craziness going on. People are gonna FUD, people are gonna hate, people are gonna point out something. And it's crazy because sadly in this space, it's like I said, man. Again, no shade, but I own it, so I can say what I want about it. But look at that. I own a V-Friend with a hand-drawn monkey. And you gonna sit here and tell me that you want to go ahead and FUD on the fact that insertion at the nose ain't right. Man, go get a life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, stop it. So we'll be back, man. Let us know if you're watching on the replay, any questions you have. If there's a project that you want us to answer or look into, feel free to, reach out to us in the comments. We'll get back to you for sure. We'll do some specific ones later. We got some projects that are going to give us some whitelists, so we're going to be able to share that with the community as well. So, as we start kind of kicking this in gear, there's some cool things that we hopefully want to do. Rod, any closing thoughts on your side, my brother?
No, I just want to shout out, man. Some of my favorite. Well, one, shout out to the Board Boots, man. Shout out to the Board Boots. I know they're watching.
Board Boots.
Board Boots. Shout out, man. I like the project so far. I haven't been in as much as I know that's a Yanis project, so I haven't been into his world as much. But shout out to the boot. Oh, it ain't no next week. We probably be back tomorrow.
That part. Like this is easy. This is literally just like, hey, let's go talk. Yeah.
Yeah, come on back. But that was it. Just shout out to them, man. Shout out to Alchemy. I like Alchemy. Y'all know that. The Alchemy NFT. Shout out to them. I know they're not watching, but I like that project. I want real gold.
My man Nathan said it's the most famous pigeon now. You got to keep that. People know about Big Mo.
Mr. Not Good Enough.
Yeah. So what you got on your side, brother?
Now, hey, I would just say I'm in with the Board Boots for sure. We've got the Hash Cows. We've got there's just a lot of projects. So bottom line,
Clutch. Don't forget the Clutch. Clutch is dope too.
Def Clutch.
Def Clutch is dope. Dope.
Hey, if you don't see something you like the first time, keep looking because there's always more projects. And do your own research.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But keep coming back because we'll help you. So
that part. What you got set on your side?
There you go.
Just see y'all tomorrow. I guess that's when we're gonna meet up and do the review on the other projects. But just a shout out to Club 721 and Gutter Cat Gang. That's who I'm shouting out today because that's who I've been getting my watch list through. So I'm gonna
Yep.
show them some love.
Yo, you know what that
Some
reminds
love
me
to
of?
those that give me love.
That
Boy,
part.
that reminds me of, and again, I thought it when I first saw. You remember Smash TV? It was like
Mm-hmm.
an old video game. Is that what it's supposed to be like, or is it something else?
On this one.
That remind me of Splinter Cell.
I can see that.
So no, this becomes just like the gateway to
Yeah,
kind
no,
of
I
just.
get what it is, but I'm saying, do you remember? Look up Smash TV real quick. It's like an old game. I think I had it on Nintendo. Like, bro, like Smash TV. I remember. It just reminds me of that. I don't know why.
Oh.
And I think they had like a TV screen or something in it that did a message like on one
Yeah.
thing. It just reminds me of that game, but that's cool. It's probably
I can see that.
Yeah, but I like it. Just that TV does. But
Yeah, no, I like that. I mean, I can see it. Yeah, 'cause it did have like a little message that would come through like the TV and stuff like that, and
that's Dave. What's it? Dave Merrill's art.
mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to shout out to Death Crush. And
Shout
to
out
Seven
for sure.
and the gang. Shout out to the gang. And the
Gang.
members, man. Shout out Vivian. Who else? Gutter Doug. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to the gang and Gutter Dan.
Got a Wang, and the whole crew.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and get these comic books. So
Yeah.
we appreciate y'all. We shall be back. Let's see here. Drexel, don't worry. This is specifically MetaVets, so we do this one separate to the other things that we do. Regular vet, it does have a Splinter Cell kind of vibe. Yeah, for sure.
I can see it.
So
You remember on the first Splinter Cells, you had the stun gun, and you could stun gun a mug so much that they would catch on fire. Y'all remember that on the first Splinter Cells? It's like
No.
you used the stun gun and just held it, the dude would catch on fire on like PlayStation. It was crazy. Yeah.
Oh my,
Fun fact.
about to go back.
Hey, go back, try it out. Go find one of them demo discs.
We will catch y'all on the next one.
Outro music time. Oh, damn.
Damn it.